Hey guys, George at SoundTraxx here. And this week we want to talk a little bit about the manufacturing process of our decoders and why we build in-house and then what that benefits you when you buy SoundTraxx decoders. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, one of the biggest things about our SoundTraxx decoders is that we actually manufacture here in Durango, Colorado. Now, if any of you guys are ever traveling to the area to see the world famous Durango and Silverton Railroad, or traveling through the area for pleasure, business, whatever the case is, you're welcome to come by and contact us and come see a tour. We're very proud of what we do, so we do invite you to come out and see what it is. Now, in the past, we've also done some videos on our factory showing you the kind of behind the scenes manufacturing process, so be sure to check those out as well. Now, our machines downstairs, we actually do own the machines. Now, these are commercially available pick and place surface mount technology machines that actually give us the ability to manufacture in-house. Now, a lot of times what you'll see is that our machines will grab the parts off of reels, kind of like movie reels, and you'll see those parts being placed on there with the robotic machine. Now, our machines are designed in such a way that we can do what we need to do. And our manufacturing engineer goes through and programs the machines to make sure that they're doing everything at the right temperatures, the right pressure, and putting the right parts in the right place every time. Now, our machines can do a quick flash test of that part to make sure it's putting the right part as programmed by our technicians. When we're building in-house, we're doing it to commit to make sure that you're getting the proper product and working the first time. A lot of these contract manufacturing, or let's say for argument's sake, if we were building overseas in China, they don't necessarily take the extra efforts during our manufacturing process, including hand testing every single one of our decoders, whether that goes to you as the end user or goes to our partners at Athearn or Bachmann or whoever, and then is actually installed into a model that you would then purchase. So we make sure to take those extra steps to make sure that those decoders are working the first time and you're not the end of my quality control department. Now, when it comes to our machines doing it in-house, one of the issues is that when it comes to parts. Now, over the past several years, there's been some issues in the supply chain, as we all are well aware of. Electronic parts were one of the biggest things. And we've seen this before and after all of those shortages. But when we build here in-house, this gives us the ability to reject counterfeit parts, or gives us the ability to test and make sure before they just send us a part that the suppliers believe is going to be the same. So for example, and I'm making up things here, but let's say for example a capacitor that we use or a diode that we use on the board is out of stock, and they're looking at, like I say, a 6-week lead time or something. Well, our suppliers may say, hey, I know I need to get this to you now, but I don't have that part. I have this one which is similar and will fit in the same footprint, but it has different specs. Well, in many cases, especially if they're manufacturing overseas, they're just going to substitute the part because their job is to just get the part and get it built and get it over to you. So if they think it's the same, they're going to claim it's the same and send it out. And that's why you're seeing a lot of issues with some of our competitors out there with some of their products having some major QC issues. But when we get that issue coming up, our engineers will then actually say, hold on, tap the brakes. Let's actually test that part. Let's endurance test it and make sure it's going to do what we need it to do. I can't just take your word for it. We have to do the testing. And during our engineering test, we actually go through and specify, okay, these parts are the ones we want to use. These are some substitutes that are acceptable. And then anything else outside of that scope has to be another test run. So again, doing all of that in-house helps us control the quality of our product to make sure that you're getting a reliable decoder every time. And there's times when some of our suppliers will actually just change the part and send it over to us, and we call that a counterfeit part. And that's where we're able to stop in and say, hey, wait, hold on a minute, this isn't the same thing as what we spec'd, and we'll send it back instead of just building them and putting them on the machines. And again, it's this commitment to building here is what's giving you the quality that you're getting out of a SoundTraxx decoder. Now, one of the other things that we've run into is part shortages. And again, that's kind of where we look at other parts, alternates, and things like that. Kind of like what I've just explained, where we'll look at what are the options that we have available to us, as well as what other parts have we already spec'd and are those available. And being able to do all that in-house is really what's helped make SoundTraxx decoders very reliable. So guys, I hope this has been helpful for you. I know this is just a small peek at behind the scenes of what goes on to manufacturing, but there is a reason why we're committed to building here. Not only are we building here to support USA workers and USA employment here, but we're also doing it because we can control the quality rather than just a built in China random replacement that may or may not have issues down the line. And that's one of the things you can know, that when you buy SoundTraxx products, you're buying a quality decoder that we've tested and we make sure will work for many years to come. As a matter of fact, we've seen instances where people will call up with original DSD 150s asking for instructions because their decoder still works. And that's the quality that we give you. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at support@soundtraxx.com.